In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of ALEKS from the student side and just kind of give you an idea of how ALEKS works. This video is going to be best for those of you that haven't done too much with ALEKS yet. So once you're logged in to ALEKS and you've gone to your class, I'm in the Math 006 template class. Then you can go to Class Tools and click Student View. And if this is the first time you've looked at the Student View, then you don't need to do this, but I'm going to reset mine so that it goes back to where it shows exactly what it looks like for a student the first time they enter ALEKS. So it starts off with just a brief description of ALEKS for the students, and we have the skip feature, but students aren't going to have that. I encourage you, if this is the kind of first time you've really looked around ALEKS, to look at all of this stuff that we're going to skip. So the next thing is the tools tutorial. So this is how to enter answers. And again, we're going to skip it, but good idea to work through it if you never have. Even when you skip it, they're like, well, maybe you should take a look at how we do graphing on ALEKS. So it's a little different than my math lab. It's more like kind of how you would graph something with pencil and paper. So try that on your own time. And now, now we are ready for our initial knowledge check. So the initial knowledge check is 30 questions, and it's personalized to the student. So however they do on one question determines what question they're going to get next. So it tries to figure out the student's baseline and kind of also their sort of maximum knowledge. And when they first click, there's going to be tooltips again, so we're going to skip that. And then explaining just a couple things to look for to the students. So they're going to have an I don't know button, which they should use if they really don't know. And they're going to have the calculator, ALEKS calculator, available to them. This particular template doesn't have the calculator functionality set up yet. I've got to get McGraw-Hill to enable the calculator to always be available. So come fall, when the student actually takes their initial knowledge check, they will have access to this calculator, the ALEKS calculator, for every single problem and every single topic. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and click Start Knowledge Check. And so a little more about the calculator. It is scientific, but it's not quite as nice as, say, the TI-35 or something like that. It's a lot like the Windows scientific calculator, so it doesn't do as good with fractions, but it has a decent amount of functionality. Okay, so if a student clicks I don't know, it's going to say, are you sure, basically, and then they can actually give it a try, or they can click I don't know again. And so let's see, maybe I'll try and get this one right. Can I do this on my head? Let's see, 120 minus 4 would be 116. I don't even know if that's right. And it looks like we're supposed to do the units. Okay. And I think I'm going to do, maybe I'll just get this one wrong. And now I'm just going to go ahead and skip. So we have this like that other stuff, but the students don't. So I'm going to choose consistently with the way I performed so far. If you choose little knowledge of developmental math, because this class is not advanced, it's just basic math and pre-algebra, it's still going to show you, it's going to put you about 50% of the way through the class. So I got a few wrong, said I don't know, So hopefully this will be a little bit more like what a lot of our students will see. Oh, wow, yeah, okay. So this student, or I guess, only showed mastery of 8 topics on the initial knowledge check. So out of all the stuff in this class, I knew how to do 8 things coming in. And this is really just supposed to be like a snapshot of where the student is at. You don't really get to see a whole lot of details with this. So continue. And this pie chart will always be there, and so these colored spots will increase as the student masters more topics and learns more topics. The learned part will show up as kind of a lighter, say yellow, and once they've shown on a knowledge check that they actually do know how to do a problem, it will be more of this solid color. That probably doesn't make sense though if you haven't done this before. So I'll talk more about that after we get into the learning mode and talk about knowledge checks. Real quick, over here they'll see kind of all the assignments and due dates coming up. There's not as much here right now as will show up once the semester starts in August because that week hasn't opened up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start My Path, and this is the Learn mode in ALEKS. You can also get to Learn mode by clicking this little 3-line menu button and going to Learn. So this goes to the same spot. And so it's always a new topic starts up with an explanation page. Sometimes there'll be multiple explanations that the students can choose from. Also, there are videos embedded that they can watch. And even if you don't see this video icon, if you go to the ebook, there's often videos embedded in the ebook. So I can click on the section, and so this takes me to the section where this topic is covered. And I can then see there's some videos here that I can click on to watch, or I can read through if I'd rather do that, and try a few problems. And also for outside of class, there's a message center. So if the student clicks this, it will automatically open up a message that's going to get sent to you. And once they're ready to start practicing, they just hit start, but they can always go back to the explanation or look at the ebook or videos or message you. By the way, this is a dictionary, kind of glossary of terms. And again, this calculator functionality will be available for them even on a problem this basic. So just keep that in mind. So let's see, what is that, 73? So actually, let me do this. So if they check it and get it wrong, notice it says try again. So, oh, I made a mistake. Let's recheck. And now I get credit for that problem. If I get the next one right, I'll get double credit. If I do have to do that recheck, though, I won't get double credit. If I get something wrong, then it goes, this box is empty out. And the goal is for them to get all 5 of these filled up with green. And once they do that, ALEKS moves them automatically to a new topic. The student can also choose a different topic if they want. So I click this little pull tab, and anything, as long as it doesn't say locked, like this one says locked, because I haven't done some prerequisites for it. Anything that's not locked, though, they can click on and try something different. They can also, if they learn a topic, so quote learn, got all those little boxes filled up, but they still feel like they need more practice, they can go over here and go to review. So click review, and then they can search for that topic. I don't know if there's a way to like order it in like the order that they've just been working on it. I think the best thing to do is search. And so this stuff in review are topics they've already learned in ALEKS or that they showed mastery of on the initial knowledge check, or if it's later in the semester, a progress check. They can also get to review by going into the main menu, so review, or go back to learn mode. And so I encourage you to take a look at all of this stuff and see what it looks like from the student side. So by the way, they can get their to their textbook without being in learn mode. And last but not least, every 5 hours or every 20 topics that a student has learned in ALEKS, it will automatically generate a knowledge check. And I tell students to think of this kind of like a take-home quiz. They should actually sort of study for it, look back over their notes, maybe do a little bit in review mode, and then do their best on it. So if they get something right, then that's considered to be mastered. If they get a problem wrong, then it gets added back to their pie chart, and they'll just automatically get mixed in, and they'll be asked to practice it again. And all of this is automatic, so it's really nice. Actually, not last. Maybe this will be last. So reports. This is where the student can see kind of where they're at. They can also go to the second page and see some more stuff. Needs more practice will show up when they get one of those progress checks. So anything that was that they got wrong, those topics will show up here. But also, say a couple days ago they were working on something and I don't remember what that topic was called. Going to this week's activity or most recent activity, it doesn't matter, allows them to see exactly what the topics were, so they can click on the bar graph, and you actually can see this on your side as the instructor, and they can click on individual problems, see what answer they put, what the correct answer was. So it shows how I got that one wrong, and then I checked my work and got the correct answer. And so this would show everything that they had been working on that day. So lots of things to explore and play around with, just to see what all is available to your students in ALEKS. In future videos, we're going to look at what you as the instructor will see and how all this stuff is organized. So what in the world this pie progress goal is, and what the homeworks actually are, and how the gradebook is organized, and that sort of thing.